All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. The bonus to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, time of this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom, Lord will, this lesson is edifying. Now I want to start here in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 41. And it says, "If I whet my glittering sword, and mine hand take hold on judgment, I'll render vengeance to mine enemies and will reward them that hate me. I will make mine arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh, that with the blood of the slain and of captives from the beginning of revenges upon the enemy." Now, the glittering sword, and these arrows represents the missiles, man. All right? And the glittering sword, the arrows, the missiles are coming to where? Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, Mystery Babylon, which is America, man. All right, this is how America is prophesied to be destroyed in these last days by the way of fire coming from the missiles. Okay? All right, you're not going to see the word missile in the Bible, man. Okay, but these arrows, all right, and this glittering sword, let's get the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 13. It says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world." And what arrows, can be shot to the ends of the world? That's because the arrows that it's speaking of, all right, aren't literal. The arrows that it's speaking of are the missiles. The missiles can be shot to the ends of the world. The missiles can go from one continent to another. The missiles can go, from one part of the earth to the other, man. And that's what that glittering sword and the arrows represent, the missiles, man. Now I want to go to the book of Isaiah chapter 34, because as I said, all right, this sword, the arrows are coming to where? America, which is Babylon the Great. Okay, now this is Isaiah chapter 34. I'm going to drop down to verse 5. Now verse 5 says, actually, we can start at verse 4. It says, "And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf farther off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree." All right, and the heavens being rolled together as a scroll is going into that mushroom cloud, which is going to be caused by what? The fiery destruction, man. Okay? Verse 5. "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, upon the people of my curse to judgment." And like I said, that sword is speaking of the missiles, man. It says, "Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea." Idumea is the Greek way of Edom. I mean, the Greek way of saying Edom. All right, are the one, okay? And we know that the Edomites are who? The so-called white men. The Edomites, they ruled as the ancient Greeks. They ruled as the ancient Romans, and they rule over this revived Roman Empire today, which is America, NATO, and the EU. America being Babylon the Great. And what this chapter is really going into, Isaiah 34, is really speaking of America, man. America is the land of Edom. All right, or Idumea. It says, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. For the sword of the Lord is filled with blood, is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of the lambs and goats, and with the fat of kidneys of rams. For the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai hath the sacrifice in Basra and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea," man. All right. Now what I want to do, I want to drop down. Actually, we can keep reading on. All right. Verse 8. It says, "For it's the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. And the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever from generation to generation. It shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever." You see, America is going to be destroyed by fire coming from, all right, the sword, the arrows, which are the missiles, man. And the burning, okay, the burning is going to emit smoke, and the smoke is going to rise up into the heavens. As the scriptures say, "It shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever." Okay, because once again, America is going to be destroyed by fire, and that burning is going to emit smoke. Now, what I want to do, I want to jump to the book of Revelation, because we can also find this in the book of Revelation, man. This is also linking the children of Edom, the so-called white man, to the great whore, to Babylon the Great, man. Because we know, according to prophecy, that these Edomites will bear rule over the earth in these last days. The scripture says in the book of 2nd Esdras, Esau is the end of the world, all right, and Jacob is the beginning of it that falleth. This is Esau's kingdom. This is his world. This is his age. All right, he will be the last heathen to rule before the everlasting kingdom of Jacob. Okay, now this is Revelation chapter 19, verse 1. It says, and after these things I heard a great voice of much people in heaven saying, Hallelujah, salvation and glory and honor and power unto the Lord our God. For true and righteous are his judgments, for he had judged the great whore, which is America, Babylon the Great, which did corrupt the earth with their fornications, and hath avenged the blood of his servants at her hand. And again they said, Alleluia, and her smoke rose up forever and ever, which goes back to Isaiah 34, man. All right? Okay? And the Lord is going to judge America by way of these missiles. All right? When you go to the previous chapter, Revelation 18, here's what it says. All right? Revelation 18, it says verse 8, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord Yahweh Shai, who judgeth her, man. All right. And this how the Lord is going to judge America, judge the great whore. All right. By bringing forth, this destruction. Okay. By way of the missiles. All right. Now let's go to Revelation 17. All right. Where it also speaks about the great whore. Now this is Revelation 17, verse 1. It says, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power. And Salakia, I want to get chapter 17, Salakia. This is Revelation chapter 17, verse 1, and it says, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven veils, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. All right, the great whore was once again America, is Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, mystery Babylon, the great whore, ruled by the children of Edom, Idumea, which is the so-called white man. All right, Esau is synonymous with America, with Babylon the Great, because the Edomites will bear rule, all right, in these last days. Now, where else can we find this in the scriptures? The great whore that sitteth upon many waters, all right, in the book of Jeremiah, all right, chapter 51, okay, because another thing, as I'm proving, a mystery Babylon the Great, the great whore, the great city, it didn't just pop up out of nowhere in the book of Revelation. America, Babylon the Great, is all the way in the Old Testament, man. All right. America is in the book of Jeremiah. America is in the book of Isaiah. America is in the book of Micah. America is in the book of Daniel, so on and so forth, man. Okay. But we finna go into it. All right. Now this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51. Now, as it says in the book of Revelation 17, the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Now, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 12. It says, set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong, set up the watchmen, prepare the ambushes. For the Lord Yahweh Shai had both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thine end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness, man. All right, O thou that dwellest upon many waters, which goes back to Revelation 17, the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. All right, now let's head back to Revelation 17, okay, and let's read verse 2. Verse 2 says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication, which the wine basically goes into, philosophies, ideologies. All right, the scriptures speak about, I believe is in the book of Habakkuk, is speaking of Esau. All right, the scriptures say how he is a proud man. All right, and it says how he transgresseth by wine, man. Okay? All right, which, like I said, the wine represents, philosophy, ideologies. For example, people, the women have drunken the wine of feminism, man. That's what the scriptures speak about. They are drunken, but not with wine. They staggereth, but not with strong drink. Roughly paraphrasing, man. Okay? Now, let's head back to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, because we could also find this, all right, in the Old Testament, man, in the book of Jeremiah. Now, this is Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 7. It says, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad, man. So you see the parallels between these two chapters, Jeremiah 51 and Revelation chapter 17. That's because they're both speaking of the same place. They're both speaking of America. They're both speaking of Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, Mystery Babylon, the great whore, which is America, ruled by who? The children of Edom. And we can further prove it when we drop down to verse 33. Verse 33 says, For thus said the Lord, Yahweh Shema of hosts, all right, the God of Israel, the daughter of Babylon is like a threshing floor. It is time to thresh her yet a little while, and the time of a harvest shall come. Now, when you go to the book of Psalms, chapter 137, the nation of people that are linked to the daughter of Babylon, all right, Psalms 137, verse 7, it says, Remember, O Lord, Yahweh Shema Washai, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that water didst thou serve thus. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones, man. You see? So once again, Esau being linked to Babylon the Great, man. Okay, linked to Mystery Babylon, the great whore, the great city, Idumea, Edom. Which is why we read in Isaiah 34, For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, behold, it shall come down upon Edom. All right, the sword representing the missiles, because the missiles are coming to America, man. All right, now, what I want to do, I want to go back to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, okay? And I want to jump up to verse 12, all right? Verse 11, Slakia. Verse 11, it says, Make bright the arrows. Once again, the arrows represents the missiles. And we could also read, all right, about the arrows in the book of the previous chapter, Jeremiah chapter 50, which you have verse 9. Verse 9 says, For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. All right, because the Lord is going to have these nations shoot their arrows, shoot their missiles at Babylon, which is America. This is how America is going to be destroyed. Okay. All right. Verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord, Yahweh Shema Washai. All right, once again, all right, the arrows represent the missiles, and these nations are going to shoot their arrows, shoot their missiles at America, Babylon. That's why the scriptures speak about in Revelation 11, all right, after it goes into, it says how in the 10th part of the city, there was a great earthquake going into the destruction. And the scriptures goes into what? The second woe is past. Behold, the third woe cometh quickly. The third woe representing the third world's war, World War III. All right. And the scriptures speak about in the book of Isaiah how damn, I'm trying to remember the verse, but it says something along the lines of but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire, man. See? This shall be with burning and fuel of fire. All right, this third world's war, all right, these missiles, man, all right, bringing forth the fiery destruction. Now let's drop down to verse, I believe it's 29, right, verse 29. It says, call together the archers against Babylon. And we're going to read about one of the main archers, man. All right, one of the main archers in prophecy, which is Russia. Okay, it says, call together the archers against Babylon. All right, against America, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about, let none thereof escape. recompense her according to her work, according to all that she had done, do unto her, for she had been proud against the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, against the Holy One of Israel, man. You see, and these archers represent these nations, all right? Because archers handle the bow and arrow, all right? These nations, their arrows are their missiles, man. You see, all right? And hey, that's really the point, all right? So let's head back to, all right, Jeremiah 51. Let's read verse 11 again. It says, make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shai raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, which the Medes, all right, is going into Russia, man. All right, the Medes represent the Russians, okay, because Russia is the main, if not one of the main nations, you know, that will help take part in the destruction of America, man. You know, all right. Russia is also known as Gog and Magog. When you read in the book of Ezekiel, the scriptures speak about Russia being a guard unto the nations, man. You see, all right. And it speaks about Persia, which is Iran. You see all these things line up with the scriptures, man. Okay, but Khan, all right, now let's keep on reading. It says, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, for his device is against Babylon to destroy it. Let me read that again. It says, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, for his device is against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, all right? Okay, the vengeance of his temple, man. All right, and if I'm not mistaken, if we was in Isaiah 34, it speaks about, for is the day of the Lord's vengeance, man. Okay, in Isaiah 34, all right, the day of the Lord's vengeance. But it says, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple, man. I see America is going to be destroyed, and it's going to be destroyed by, as we read of, all right, the glittering sword, the arrows, man. All right. Okay, and let's jump to Isaiah 13, all right? And we can really close it out here, but this is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 17. It says, I will stir the Medes against them. All right, once again, the Medes represents, all right, Russia. It says, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And the scriptures speak about what? All ye that bend the bow. All right. It says, and Babylon, which is America, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High, Yahweh Shema Shai, overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, man. You see, and how did the Lord overthrow Sodom and Gomorrah? By the way of fire and brimstone. And America is going to be destroyed in like fashion by the way of fire from what? All right, the arrows, the missiles, all right, the glittering sword. Okay, this is how America is going to be destroyed, man. All right, and it's prophecy. Okay, and you know that's really the point. All right, that's really the point right there. Okay, that's really the point. So Lord will, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to close it out again. Infinite praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone who taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.